All right. We're here with Shannon, who is a ghost researcher and photographer. She's also a composer, singer, and radio TV guest. How did you find out that you were able to take pictures of ghosts?
Well, it certainly wasn't an easy thing, and it wasn't a natural thing. I had to work at it. I knew that there was something after we die. I knew it. And though I hadn't seen any, maybe a few little things when I was 5 years old or something, but I wanted to get serious about this and prove to people that life goes on. I started studying metaphysics and everything I could, subconscious, everything I could about the mind and the body, etc. And I went out like daily for quite a while before I started getting pictures. It was a lot of, I spent a lot of money on film. I don't do it myself, unfortunately. I don't develop, and I don't use the Polaroid. So, or the digital. I like a regular camera.
Just regular film, like 35 millimeter film.
35 millimeter, maybe at 400 speed works better than the 200. So I feel more comfortable with that, and it turns out these pictures look better than the digital. I got a digital camera to try to test it and see which was the best way. And my pictures with this old 10-year-old camera works better. They come out much better. And I prefer getting them from TV because this, to me, is really unique. I do get them aiming the camera at the TV after someone famous has died.
Oh, interesting.
What happens is I will usually, if they want to share their ghost image with me, I will get a picture of maybe an angel. Let me see.
One of the ones that I really liked is Rosemary.
Rosemary is everybody's favorite. She's the ghost poster child of the world.
Yeah.
And they always, every time I do a show, they want to have her on. And she has a very interesting little story because Rosemary was like alive to me. Really isn't, but she was like alive to me. And she came home with me and helped me write a screenplay. And in the screenplay, she was featured in the screenplay, I might add. That's why she wanted me to write it, because she was going to be starring in it. And she was, even called me on the phone and told me specifically that she liked the party scene.
Oh,
She was turning 10 years old. Now, this is true. I mean, people might think, is she daft or something?
it sounds a little far-fetched, I'll admit.
I mean, ghost phoning me on the phone yet? She did. And it was at 1:30 in the morning. I was writing this story, and the phone rings, and here's this little voice amidst a ton of static. A little voice that said, "Hello."
Oh, my God.
Hello. Who is this? This is Rosemary.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, really, it was quite kind of spooky, but she didn't stick around very long. Unfortunately, there was more static, and then she was gone back out into the, Never Land.
So you actually you've had an experience now with this ghost Rosemary.
Yes, I did, and so it's kind of my favorite one. Well, I have one that is my absolute favorite.
What is your favorite?
My sister was she was my older sister, and pretty much like a mom after our mom had died. And so she told me that I will come back. When I die, I will come back and pose for you in a picture to prove to you that we really do have an afterlife. And besides all my other pictures, I figured that if she would pose for me, then I would know for sure, no fooling, that there is an afterlife. So when I got her picture, that was my favorite. Very encouraging to people that have lost a loved one, that mourned and mourned. I went to her memorial in the day that I got this little gem, and this also showed me that I could take pictures on the television, because she appeared behind the family in the TV on the TV screen. She had blue all around her. Like, I knew she was going to be in a good place anyway because of her wonderful soul and spirit. So she has this blue all around her, and she's a little bit harder to see than a lot of the other ghosts, but you can definitely see her standing there, and it's very inspirational picture. She looks like she could be maybe in her late teens or 20.
You also had one of your songs placed on a television show?
That wasn't too long ago. I've been composing and singing all my life, and had a lot of records out, usually R&B dance. This particular song is called Ghost Party, and it was one of my favorites. It was on The Young and the Restless.
Oh, The Young and the Restless.
Matter of fact, yeah, Halloween. So it's always exciting when I feel the word is getting out, and people can feel more encouraged.
If producers are interested in booking Shannon for shows or documentaries, please call her at 760-753-1013. Is that correct?
Yep.
Excellent. This is an ongoing thing that you're doing, and you're continuing to do this. So
I have Paul Newman, that recent one. I have the Ed McMahon. I have one small little angel on Michael Jackson's picture. And I'm not finished trying for a better picture.
Well, you would think that Michael Jackson would show up.
Yeah, he will. Only I have to keep at it. I have an awful lot of pictures. We could go on for days talking about them. I have some great pet pictures. I don't know if I sent you Bootsy or not. I should have if I didn't, because Bootsy was my animal when I was a little girl, and I got her image at one day at the pet cemetery. I got her image of her sitting on my car, and I think people should know that their animals are still with them too, as long as also as their family members.
I think that's a lovely message.
If you don't see the person, it doesn't mean they're not there.
How about the lovers?
Oh, I say the lovers. That was taken by Rudolph Valentinos, who was the proverbial lover of the 1920s, early 30s, before he died. That was his reputation, and he's buried over there where I go, Hollywood Forever. It's called. It used to be called Hollywood Memorial. They changed it. That's where most of the celebrities are buried. That and the Forest Lawn in Burbank. They have one in Glendale too. Anyhow, this particular guy, this was near his gravesite, and his arm is around a rather plumpish woman, and you can see.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty, yep.
And here he was, still doing his thing.
Still doing his thing.
And he's a lover.
Yep. The love is everywhere. Well, I think a lot of people would find it comforting to know that you've had such a pleasant and good experience, and that you have something to show.
Those stories go on and on. I have 100 pictures, and so you can imagine, I have 100 stories.
Well, Shannon, this has been lovely, and thank you very much for talking to me today. And have a happy haunting.
Ghost trip. Yeah.
They leave the crypt door open for you.